So, I was scrolling through TikTok one day and I saw a video that reminded me that this show actually happened. Wolfblood, supernatural teen drama show that aired all the way back in 2012. And I remembered watching one episode of this show when I was younger, and I remembered that because I remember wanting to check out the show because the main actor was on another show I loved when I was little. By the way, I made a House of Anubis video essay, it's really good, check that out. But anyways, I decided to watch this show and see what I'll think of it now. And I have some thoughts. But first, for those of you who don't know, Wolfblood revolves around two teenagers who live in a small town called Maddy and Rhydian, who are werewolves but in the show's terms, Wolfbloods. Wolfbloods have these supernatural abilities that give them the wolf-like powers. They have enhanced speed, enhanced senses, are strong, and can transform into a wolf at will whenever they want. The show revolves around these two teens who have just gotten their powers and are trying to balance their lives with their newfound abilities. So yeah, that's pretty much the show's premise, so let's talk about it. The first 3 seasons are decent. Like I said, the show revolves around Rhydian and Maddy and them trying to balance out their powers with their normal lives. If you don't know, there is a law in the Wolfblood community that you can't ever tell anyone who is human about your power. It's forbidden, it cannot happen. And Maddy's best friend on the show, Shannon, was caught seeing a beast, but she doesn't know what or who it is, and her mission is to find out what's going on. And eventually she comes to a conclusion that due to Maddy's strange behavior and seeing her eyes glow, that she's the beast of the town. So throughout the season, she's just trying to expose Maddy as the beast. She tries to get her blood examined, stalks her like she's obsessed. And eventually at the end, due to a fight that breaks out, they figure out the truth. But Shannon, being Maddy's best friend ironically, decides not to tell anyone and keeps her secret. Season 2 is a little bit more upbeat. You see, at the end of season 1, Rhydian discovers his birth mother and he goes with her to be with his family. But then he returns because he didn't like the way the alpha over there was running things. For some clarification, Wolfbloods have their own pack of Wolfbloods and an alpha to lead them. Sometimes they live in the wild, and sometimes they live in the human world to blend in with humans. And the ones that live in the wild are called, you guessed it, wild Wolfbloods, and absolutely hate the human world. But Rhydian doesn't agree with that because he thinks humans are as bad as people make them out to be, which leads to like this feud with the alpha and him running away from the pack. Anyways, Rhydian returns barely with his life, and a friend who is the alpha's daughter follows him back and kinda joins the gang as well. I know this doesn't sound like an interesting show so far. Okay, I know that, trust me. But here's the thing. What makes this show special in a different way is that it's not like other supernatural shows like The Vampire Diaries or Teen Wolf that deal with these battle of the worlds and they have to face a powerful villain. This show is not like that at all. Wolfblood is a show that mainly deals with the kids' daily lives. Like, there's an episode which deals with Maddy going crazy because of side effects from wolfsbane. There's an episode where Maddy is stressing out because of exams and can't control her inner wolf. An episode where the kids discover a new ability and get addicted to it. There's even adventure episodes where they get trapped in a mansion by werewolf hunters, an episode where they discover a werewolf lair. Like, most of the seasons are just filler, and the beginning and finale is where they throw some crazy ass plot twists or whatever. The end of season 1, there's a big fight between Rhydian and Maddy's parents, and then Rhydian feels like he doesn't belong, so he decides to leave with his mom. End of season 2, there's a plot twist where Maddy gets discovered by a scientist, and now her and her family have to leave. And she actually leaves, like she doesn't come back to the show at all. This show rarely has any fight scenes. The closest we really get to an actual fight scene on this show is when the characters get angry or feel threatened, and they start growling at one another for like a good 10 seconds, and then they just calm down and stop. That's the closest we get to a fight scene, and it's hilarious every time I see it. Anyways, I say season 3 is the only season where there's an actual story and build up throughout. Season 3 deals with the kids learning more about this company, Segolia, that's run by Wolfbloods and humans. Segolia focuses on medical and scientific research to try and find cures for diseases that can both heal humans and Wolfbloods. There's a build-up that one of the Wolfblood CEOs is trying to eradicate the Wolfblood species by making them human. He sees them as monsters that are unsavable, and he feels like from his point of view that he's saving them from the misery and anger of being a Wolfblood. I actually thought that was pretty cool. It was an interesting plot. but obviously they stopped him and keep their powers. And the season ends with Rhydian moving to find and reunite with Maddy, and it was a pretty solid finale, and should have been the end of the show, but we got... I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm not even gonna lie. I couldn't get into these seasons at all. First off, season 4 and season 5 is not Wolfblood. It's a spin-off of Wolfblood. All the original characters besides one of them are all gone. They're all done and moved on. And it follows Jaina, and she's in the city now and she's helping these new Wolfblood kids. Yeah, I couldn't get into it at all. I'm sorry. The acting, oh golly. The acting has always been kind of bad on this show, I'm not gonna lie. But season 4 with these new people, it's like really bad. I couldn't do it. I couldn't sit through it. I'm sorry. It was just taking itself way too seriously. Like, what makes the first 3 seasons fun and entertaining is that Wolfblood is a cheesy show, and it works like that. It knows it's cheesy and it knows it's cringy, and they embrace it to make it more fun and funny. But anyways, let's talk about the characters for a bit. I think Maddy is pretty much almost everyone's favorite character, and everyone kind of tuned out of the show when she left. She's the leader of her friend group, or her pack, I guess. Maddy is fun, she's charismatic, she's cute, she's a lovable main protagonist. I like Rhydian. He's kind of a hothead sometimes, but overall he's a good person and leader, and tries to do the right thing whenever he can for the good of his Wolfblood people. Jaina is honestly one of my favorite characters as well. She was great as a new addition to the pack and fit right in. You see, Jaina is a wild Wolfblood, which are more vicious Wolfbloods who only live in the wild. They have no contact with humans. So when she joins Maddy and Rhydian, she starts learning and appreciating the humankind more and more. And after Rhydian and Maddy leave the show, she becomes the main character of the show completely. And her journey is kinda just her trying to bring peace and unite humans and Wolfblood species. I like her a lot. Tom is one of Maddy's human friends along with Shannon. He was funny. I don't really have much of an opinion on him, but he was cool. All these characters are just fun-loving teenagers. Nothing really bad to say about any of them. Oh wait, hold up. Okay, so I don't really like Shannon for a couple of reasons. In the first season, which is pretty much the main story, Shannon is trying to expose Maddy as a Wolfblood no matter what, and it turns into a bit of a creepy obsession that she can't let go of. And like, this is her best friend, and she's like trying to like expose her secret to everyone. Even in season 2, she promises not to tell anyone when she finds out, but then puts like a secret camera in their wolf cave where they transform on full moons, and gaslights herself into thinking that invading their privacy and trust is not a bad thing. Shannon just somehow is always able to victimize herself and seems to always revolve the world around her. I mean, she has her good moments, like she does save the pack every now and then with her plans, but I don't know, man, she's pretty much a hate or love character. Sometimes you hate her, and sometimes you love her. I also don't like these 3. Actually, bro, I hate these 3. They are so annoying. In every episode, they're either starting drama or bullying people for like no reason. I despise them, bro. And that's another reason I didn't watch season 4. Because one of them is actually a main character. Like, heck no, I ain't watching that. To conclude, I do recommend this show, but please don't think it's on the same level as other supernatural shows. It's not, but it's still a decent, fun show with some fun characters. Anyways, I'm out. Hope everyone enjoyed. Hope everyone stays safe and healthy, and see ya. I only recommend season 1 to 3, by the way. Okay, bye.